Kylie, are you sure that we actually took Livebox the only false copyright strike? Also, not to mention, one person that said, me, I took down Ray's Discord account, so the ACR is no more. Also, I just destroyed another member of the ACR, Hated Bilk, by reporting his livestream for being underage. Remember this part. And he crashed out and quit. 2 down, who's next? So you literally reported his live stream for being supposed underage. Meanwhile, he has a little ID. And he literally proved that in one of his videos. Like, go. Also, not to mention, let's react to the new video about the so-called tree from the ACR. Vietnam intro.
Hey guys, it's me, Kylie, here today to debunk false claims put out by the Anti-Clout Reserve, or the ACR. In this video, I plan to go over multiple them for me, waiting, cat, who just goes by Ray on Discord. This person was the first to comment on a video I made critiquing the ACR, and getting mad at a key member of the AGF, known as Red Simpson, Wamgo Federation, devoted to taking down Wamgo and his supporters, which include the ACR. As such, you can imagine why we were not the best of friends. As you were about it on a later video I made which told people not to spread hate.
But you're also spreading hate?
This is my response, where I admit to Ray that I don't like him and the ACR because they took down one of my friends, Nivalk, and that I wanted to get back by taking his channel down. That probably wasn't the most appropriate response, I will admit, but what Ray says next really sets the perspective for the situation. This man decides to say that my rationale is racism, and
wasn't Nivalk exposed for literal racism? Did he do racism? If I don't remember that quite. But as I remember on the Hated Bilk's channel, he apparently did racism. So how is that gonna be a defending question? Just Kylie, how? Also, not to mention on the comments. Where it says, how many times do you have to hear beyond supporters of Guango? Why does she always guess that we're supporters of Guamgo? Huh? What does Guamgo have to do with us? With us? Also, she also says that Cool Pup's misguided. Huh? She joined it on her own. Huh? What do you mean misguided? Who forced her to join? Who said for her to join? Hey, Cool Pup, join the ACR. Cause it's good. Huh? Who told her that? Be serious. Be serious, Kylie. Be serious. Let's just go for her.
And telling me that I am betraying my own race, and that I think racism is perfectly fine even though I'm a Latina. Also worth mentioning, Ray claims that I was threatening to dox him over a YouTube channel, which as I said before, is slander. This would be me being a hypocrite if true, which it isn't. This is where I tell Ray that the problem isn't racism, but rather Ray refusing to take responsibility for false reporting Nivalk.
False reporting, yeah, very compelling argument, Kylie. Very compelling argument.
And thus getting a channel with many tens of thousands of subscribers terminated for no reason.
No reason? You got exposed for racism.
I think that's a very silly move for Ray, claiming that I support racism because I didn't like the fact Ray falsely reported a channel.
That wasn't even false.
And abused the YouTube copyright system.
Huh? Copyright system? If a copyright strike was false, he would have got banned already. But he isn't. So explain that. Explain that.
But if you thought this was bad, trust me, it gets way worse.
You mean more lies?
Remember when I said that Ray started this by calling me a hypocrite? Well, Now that we're on the talk of hypocrites, I think it's appropriate I bring this up. Ray starts off by telling me that I define critique as hate, going into a tirade about us being open to criticism and knowing the difference between criticism and hate. This is something I think I should get out of the way. There's a difference and a fine line between critique and flat-out hate. Call me crazy, but I don't think this is critique nor criticism. In fact, I think it's flat-out hate. How much more blatant can you get? The channel's name is quite literally, I Hate Kylee Malone.
But what if it wasn't Way? It probably some other member of the ACR. Have you ever thought about that? Like, genuinely.
So the fact that you can tell me that you don't hate anybody, and have never once hated, is ridiculous. How petty do you have to get to make a channel dedicated to the hatred of me? I feel it's ridiculous and you should be ashamed of yourself. And in this comment, he asks me to define hate, so I will. Hate is the willing harassment, condemnment, and targeting of an individual for personal or private reasons, with a clear attempt to wrong them.
Pause. This sounds so ChatGPT. This sounds so ChatGPT. I'm not even joking. This sounds so ChatGPT.
Contrast, critique is when somebody states something to you in an effort to make it better, more efficient, etc. They are not the same thing, but I find it ironic that you're telling me this when you are the one that doesn't understand the meanings in the first place.
Recently, have the difference. Well.
So that's a bunch of information on Ray, his actions, and why the ACR is not who they say they are. Obviously, he's not the only member hating, as you will soon see in another co-member's video. However, I think it's about time we stop looking at the ACR as its name, Anti-Clout Reserve, but rather something more deeper, more conniving, and more sinister.
More sinister. Wow. Take that away, sinister. Be serious, Kylee. Be serious. How did you even get this out? Like, you only got it for like YouTube Shorts, pretty sure. Not to mention, let's just hear Way's video. Let's go to channel. Let's hear Way's response.
The YouTuber Kylee Malone is one of the most hypocritical, self-centered, egotistical YouTubers on the platform. Okay, maybe that's a little too far, but in my personal opinion, she is a hypocrite, and today we're gonna prove that statement as true. I am your host, Ray, and credit to our member Vengeful for making this script. And without further ado, let's get into it. Also, sorry if I sound like really gross and exhausted. My phone broke for one, and I'm super sick right now, so yeah. For some context on Kylee Malone, she's a member of the AGF, or the Anti-Guamgo Federation. This is a group that was founded by YouTuber and former rival Red Simpson, as well as allegedly a few other people, but we'll get into that later. But the point is, Kylie's a member of the AGF who despises us, supposedly for supporting Guamgo in his attempt to take down Nivok, and for hating members of the AGF. You can see this on her second video, which here's a screenshot of. The screenshot reads, "Oh hell nah, tell me why the ACR is in a truce with the AGF, like girl bye, I'ma have to destroy the ACR myself. Red, I thought better of you honey," and then she says she's going to come for me.
Pause. Isn't that a threat? That's really a threat, to be sure. Also, how are you gonna do this on your own? How are you gonna have a team if you're not solo? It's like saying you're in a team when you're solo because there are monsters in the game. Like, huh? Be serious. That's like saying in public playtime when Poppy helps you. When Poppy kissing Gimlet and Dolly help you, it's like saying you're in a team, meanwhile you're just literally just solo.
First off, we're completely indifferent to Guamgo. I mean, let me put this way. We don't care. We don't care about everything Guamgo does, nor were we actively teaming up with him to take down Nivolk. Remember, the original name of this channel was the ANR, or the Anti-Nivolk Reserve. We were taking down Nivolk for our own reasons, and we were not associated with anybody else. And this proves her statement false.
At least the way actually gives some information that is just complete like lies.
However, what is true is her resentment to us for taking down Nivolk, who apparently is her real-life friend. This could explain why she's doing what she's doing, but it doesn't justify her actions.
True.
Okay, normally, as the halfway point of this video, I would put an ad break, like a self-promo, but I am exhausted and this video is already behind schedule, so join the ACR. Anyways, back to the hypocrite. You can clearly see in her videos, it says to not let haters hate, yet she's hating on us for literally taking down a horrific YouTuber. And that's not even the worst part of it. Again, in her second video, where she says, see you in Myanmar, and I wouldn't care if she knew my country, and I laugh about it in her comments. But it isn't right. It's her combined threats to come over here with her mans and have a talk. And that's not right, and that's not okay, and it's threatening.
True, like, what do you mean by a talk? Also, what mans? Do you magically just have 10 feet tall magical bodybuilders to, like, destroy Way? Like, huh?
You've threatened to come to my country and have a talk. I think everybody here knows what she really means. And a few other interesting bits of information. She's not just hating on me, which is hypocritical because she says she's not going to let her haters hate, but she's also hating on Red Simpson because we're in a truce. Like, why? Genuinely, what's the point? Like, the scriptwriter didn't even know what to say for this part, and that's how stupid it is. You're getting mad at your own leader for refusing to do the things you quote-unquote preach against. And you also... also claimed they are not truly in control of the AGF. And the person who's really in control is somebody by the name of DT Bomber. Which is idiotic because we already know that he's a pedophile, and that doesn't make any sense because there's...
Hold up. If the leader of the group is a pedophile, doesn't that mean that the members will be bad too? Like, let me get it straight. Wait, no, let me not get this straight. Wait, like, I don't understand the real point of Kylee, like, hating, because is she just, like, teaming with It's Voidy? Yeah, you guys probably haven't seen It's Void, but it's on the ACR channel. We talk about him. But let's get back to the video.
No one in control of the AGF anyway. Red deleted their server. And we're sure DT Bomber wants to attack us, but we aren't sure when. But one thing is for sure, Kylee does.
Also, in one of the videos, it say hating is bad. It's bad, but in her profile, she's like hating on the ACR. Like, Huh? Like, I don't understand. So you're saying to not hate? Do not let the haters hate. Why they're already hating? Which is very, like, strange. But that's the end of the video.